Morning, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to another episode of Gold Rush. I'm being a little quieter than normal this morning because everybody else in the house is still asleep. Everyone but me, which is normal when they're home. And anyway, as promised, making another video here for you because I finally managed to get everything I needed for what I'm calling my Tier 3 mining setup. Now, I guess there's currently 5 tiers of mining in Gold Rush now, and I'm not overly confident I know the difference between them. So, I'm going to call this Tier 3, though some of the components I'm using could be Tier 4. I just don't know. I'll have to clarify it later when I know more. But I did a lot of mining, like a lot of freaking mining, and I finally managed to get my dump truck and that power relay station, and I got everything ready to go, and then I paid my rent, and I was in a hole financially, so I had to go do more mining to get out of the hole, and it seems like I'm stuck in the loop where I'm paying out just almost as much money as I'm making. And I knew that it was going to take me a day or two in-game to get all this set up, so I wanted a bit of a cushion. So I got stuck in this loop of mining and not making enough money, and mining and not making enough money. And I realized I've got to get this wash plant set up. I've got to get moved into the next stage of my gaming here. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in this perpetual loop. So I ended up doing the one thing that I don't like doing in this game, and I took a loan. And we'll see if that bites me in the butt later. I didn't take a big loan. I took kind of like a less than medium-ish sized loan on a less than medium-ish repayment schedule. The plan was just to have enough money in my wallet to not go into the red again while getting set up and, getting my mining going again. So you can see I got a little bit of gold, or a little bit of money. I got no gold. I just sold it all. So I told you I would record my setting up this wash plant. And that's what I did. In all honesty, being transparent here, this video that you're watching, I pre-recorded. I'm doing an audio over the top of it. The reason I did this was because I have difficulty, I've noticed in my older age, talking and focusing on what I'm doing in the game. And I knew setting up this wash plant was going to be enough of a headache without making it more complicated than it needed to be. And boy, was I freaking right. Also, I knew this could end up taking me a while, and I wanted to fit it within a half-hour time frame. So I figured if I recorded it and then went back and edited it, I could make it fit such parameters. Like I said, this can take a while. And boy, was I right. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me set up the wash plant. But I'm probably going to fast forward through bits and pieces here and there, because right now I'm looking at about an hour and a half of video of me struggling to set up this plant, and it's not all entertaining. Now I promise when I get to entertaining parts, I'll go ahead and bring the speed down a little bit. But I'm aiming to have this, when I'm done editing, I'm aiming to have enough time left over that I can give you a tour of the plant, the new setup, and maybe show you how it's going to work. Now, as you can see here, right out the bat, I'm having difficulty staying in my machine. There's 2 modes when you're driving this heavy machinery. First of all, you have your driving mode, which I'm in now. And if you hit the E key, you get out of the machine. And this last time I had a reason to get out. I was trying to get this last cable hooked up. No matter how I set it up, I could not get this stupid last cable to hook up. Finally, I get tired of it and just say, screw it, 3's good enough. But the first time, and the following times from most of them here on out, it's me accidentally hitting the E key and jumping out of my machine, trying to cannonball myself and kill myself with this swinging heavy machinery.
I'll be good, baby.
In the background, you can hear me being unhappy with my cat, and I apologize for that. My sister's cat, she's my sister's been staying with us for a little while, and she has a cat, and her cat, her female cat, just went into heat not too long ago. And so for like the last 2 weeks, it's been meow meow this and meow meow that. And one of our male cats is not fixed. So his response has been meow meow this and meow meow that. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's been meow 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 all day long. So she's finally coming out of heat, or at least she's in one of those midway cycles where she's calmed down a bit. But that hasn't registered with him. So when she's in my sister's bedroom and he is out and about, he likes to walk around the house calling her. And so I tell him to stop, because I don't need her getting riled up again, and especially not when I'm recording. So if you hear me talking over me in the background, yelling at a dog or cat, as I said, I pre-recorded this video. I had the mic on, so whoops. Oh yeah, and then there's the phone, my unliving, annoying pet. So this is one of those areas where I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward a little bit. I'll keep talking with you, but no need to watch the shenanigans in normal speed. So I've got one of the, what I'm doing is I'm trying to build the setup from the bottom up, because I figured it'd be easier that way. I've built a couple of these wash plants in previous seasons in other games, and it can be a real hassle. So I figured, let's try it differently this time. Normally I just grab whatever piece is closest and try to put it in, and it's a pain. So this time I'm like, all right, well, we'll try putting in the bottom 2 pieces first, and then working our way up. And as you can see, I've already installed one. Now you see the yellow outline there. All I have to do is swing this piece in to where it generally lines up with the yellow, and it's at about the right height, and it will automatically snap into place, and the cables that are attached to it will disconnect, and then I don't even have to get out of the machine. It pretty much does itself. And sometimes it's super easy. Sometimes it's a severe pain in my ass. This is one of those situations where, I struggled a little bit, but it wasn't bad. Like, it was okay. That's not how it appears right now. Of course, every time I start recording, my phone has something to say about it. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, at some point here, you will see that this does actually snap into place. And that's how you hook everything up. That's how you set the wash plant up. You have to carry it over with this large excavator. I tried with a small excavator one time. Couldn't quite get it off the ground high enough. Now, you can get shorter cables, and that probably would have helped had I gotten shorter cables. But I didn't get shorter cables. I got these long-ass cables. I figured I need... See, it snapped into place. I got the longer cables because you need the longer cables for the bigger pieces of the wash plant. And, here, let me fast forward again here real quick. So, yeah, as I was saying, you need these longer cables for some of the larger pieces of the wash plant. And I was just... They come in 3 different lengths. They got really super short ones, and they got medium lengths, stronger ones, and then they got these really long ones. And I knew I was going to need the really long ones for the larger pieces, so I I guess I was in money panic mode. Like I said, I was trying to keep my money in the green and get this set up, and I didn't want any unnecessary expenditures. So, yeah, I just these long ones are what I had, and I made the job unnecessarily more difficult than it probably needed to be. But that's okay because I got some good footage for you guys. Speaking of footage, I'm editing this piece by piece. What I've done is I have got the whole recording, and I'm going through and I'm like, all right, here's a good place to cut it. And so we'll cut it here and we'll speed it up, the video. And, well, now I got to do some audio over the top of it. So we'll go ahead and watch the video as it's playing and do audio so that, that's the easiest way to sync your audio with what my viewers are watching. I'm not good at that. Like, I noticed between the first two sections, like, I cut off part of my word. I didn't quite finish the sentence. The tone of my voice changed. My energy changed. You can tell I'm not a good editor. Anyway, yeah, I'm too lazy to fix it, though. I just don't care that much. If you had to set up these wash plants like I just did, you'd understand the pain. Anyway, you saw that the trommel I put in went in fairly easily. And at the time I was thinking, all right, this is gonna be too bad. But then it dawned on me the trommel was not the next piece I probably should have put in. I had a couple little sluice boxes that go in between the first two parts and the trommel, and that's going to bite me in the ass severely, repeatedly later. For right now, though, I'm not doing too bad. Like, you can see things are just snapping into place, and a merry, happy old day. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll have this set up, and I can get, as long as I can stay in my machine. Oh, I guess I needed fuel at that point. That is my large fuel cell station. I got that quite a while ago. I'm sure you guys have seen me use it. That's saved me so much time running back in town for gas, or diesel rather. All I had to do was get the mobile fuel, the little trailer I tow behind my truck, and I just run between my machine and that larger station. When the station runs out, I just order more fuel, and they come out and deliver it around midnight. It's kind of expensive, as to be expected for that much diesel, but talk about a time saver. So that's the first time I think I've ever actually pulled the excavator up to it, though. Normally, the excavator's down in the field down there, and I have to bring the trailer to the station. Now, the reason I slowed the video down here is because this is where things started to fight with me on these longer cables. Had I had shorter cables, this would have been in by now. But again, I'm too lazy and too stubborn to do it right the first time. At this point, I'm thinking I can do this. The fuck in there. And I thought I was cooler than I am, and I'm just not. Like, it would have been so easy with short cables right there to just, like, ooge it off the edge into place. But no. Not only could I not ooge it off the edge, but I realized at this point, crisscrossing your lines like I did does actually make a difference. I noticed I crisscrossed them when I put them on, and I'm thinking, it'll make it more stable. No big deal. But it was a big deal. Alright, well, this is going to be one of those days. As you guys watch my shenanigans here, I'm reminded just how much of a curse I had with this game back when we played it before. And as I'm recording this video for you guys, it seems like the universe is going out of its way to fuck with me. First the phone's going AWOL. Then the dogs are barking at my sister when she comes home, and I thought she was sleeping in the bedroom the whole time, so I wasn't prepared for that. My dogs are assholes, apparently, specifically one of them. He likes to bark. My sister's been here for a few weeks now. They should be fucking used to her by now, but every time she comes in the house, they act like she's a complete fucking stranger and Oh my god. So I had to stop recording when that happened. Then I sat down and I started recording again, and the Amazon delivery people showed up with my paper. I'm going to be building another one of my paper ships for you guys here pretty soon. And so my wife's like, I'll just order you a lot of paper. She ordered me a lot of paper. Like, I tried to pick the box up on the porch and about gave myself a damn hernia because I wasn't expecting that much weight in a little fucking package. So I brought that in, and I just sat down to start recording again, and then FedEx showed up. I was like, are you kidding me? So I went and got that, and came back, and I spliced in the little bit of audio that I did, and now I'm recording again, or then I started recording again, and then UPS showed up. I'm like, are we getting all of the delivery trucks today? Literally? And you're just waiting for me to sit down and start talking so that you can get my dogs to start. You're doing this on purpose. So this video is, I'm having as much difficulty recording the audio to edit for this video as I'm having putting this piece in on my wash plant. And I'm remembering now why I stopped fucking with this game 3 years ago. Not really. The game itself is fun. I love the game. Like, I'm super addicted to it again. I'm highly motivated to make progress. It just seems to me that, I mean, let's face it, I don't have the best luck when it comes to editing and recording and humaning and everything else. So I really can't blame it on the game or the recording. It's one of those mornings so far, and you can tell I'm just not having any freaking luck with this freaking sluice. Now, right now it's upside down, but I realized earlier I was trying to put it in and it wasn't going in, and I couldn't figure out why. And that's the why is because I'm dumb. Realized, wait a minute, I'm putting this shit in backwards. I was trying to put the left side on the right and the right side on the left. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just fucking switch these cords around then. And then hopefully when I pick it up, it'll turn itself around. And I'll be able to just pop it right in there. Because I wasn't having a lot of problem lining it up. And initially I could not figure out for the life of me why it was not snapping into place. It took me this long to realize trying to put it in fucking backwards. So I'll get these cords squared away the best I can. And it threw my brain off a little bit because, as you can see, as I was messing with it, it flipped over again. And I can't stay in my machine, as stated earlier. So I'm trying to put these cables on so it'll turn around. But then it flipped upside down. I'm like, wait a minute. If I put these cables on like this now, I'm probably just going to put them on fucking backwards. And I'm literally going to have accomplished nothing. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I've got two of them on. I know these two are on, right? Can I just swing it into place like this? No. Obviously, I can't swing it into fucking place like this. And then I popped out of my machine for no freaking reason. I think that time I did it on purpose, though. I was debating on, should I just get out, lower my arm down a little bit, get out and actually attach these two cables? And then my stubbornness kicked in and it's like, no, I can put it in like this. And then my sanity kicked in and went, no, it's flipped over properly now. Let's put the two cables on so we can get this done. I don't know if you can tell, but at this point, I'm starting to feel a little of the frustration that inherently comes with setting up your own wash plant. Now, it's not as bad now as it's going to be soon, but I'm not aware of this. And I'm watching the daytime clock tick away. It's 12:30 in the afternoon already in the game. And I'm looking at, yeah, I have close to 50 grand, but that's a loan. And they're going to be wanting some of that money back tonight. I need to get back out in the field and get some dirt moving. So I'm sitting here going, please go in. Please go in. Just go in your... Are you too good for... No, I better not say that. That's probably going to get me a copyright claim. But anyway, I'm starting to feel a little bit of frustration at this point. But persistence will prevail. So I move on from that point gratefully. I'm thinking, hopefully, that's as much pain as I'm going to suffer today. Hey, look, the mailman. Sigh. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I just realized how much video footage is left, and I don't want to cut any of it out, really. At this point, I'm putting in those two annoying pieces that I should have put in second. And initially, I thought I was being cool because I just hooked up a couple cables to. There's two of them, so I hooked up a couple cables to them, and I dragged them over at the same time. And then when I got them over here, I unhooked everything, and I tried hooking up one at a time and putting them into place, and they would not go into place. As a matter of fact, I kept breaking my cables. So I went and bought the shorter cables. I'm thinking at this point, all right, I need the shorter cables. It'll make this easier. So I went and bought the shorter cables. And I still, for the life of me, could not get these stupid pieces to go in. I kept snapping the cables. One of them got stuck in the wash plant, and I could not get it out to save my life. I thought maybe I was trying to put them in backwards. But I turned them around. They still wouldn't go in. You can see the one stuck in here right now. But yeah, nothing I did. This would not go in. It finally got to the point where it's like, all right, maybe I got the wrong ones. Because there are two different types at the plant, or where they sell them. And I thought maybe I bought the wrong ones. So I'm like, all right, I'll just get these. And I'll go drop them off and sell them, and I'll get the other ones. But as you can tell, I'm having no luck with the second one. It is wedged the fuck in, and it's not coming out. I can't. I keep snapping my cables. I try yanking it out with the bucket. Nothing. It ain't happening. Eventually, I even tried reloading the game, but unfortunately, it had just autosaved, so I was not getting out of it that easy. So eventually it got to the point where it's like, all right, well, I'm just going to have to move this piece here. And luckily when I moved it, here, let me rewind this and show it to you. Now keep in mind, I've been fighting with this piece for like 25 minutes or so, half an hour. And apparently this is all it took. Wha-bam! So after all of that, all I needed was a little bit of foobar and shit luck. And everything, well, I got the piece out. So from here, I go ahead and I drag these. I'm so tired of these two pieces. I dragged them back. I tried to put it on my truck. I was like, hey, I wonder if I can do this with my truck. And I ended up just yanking my truck everywhere. I didn't even have the cables attached to the truck. I set the piece on the truck, and I got off to detach the cables from the truck. I was like, if this stays on the truck, and I can haul this piece over there on top of my truck, that's going to be worth recording. And it just didn't turn out that way. I unhooked everything, and I went to remove the cables, and the cables got snagged on the truck and flipped the truck. So yeah, that, like I said, having that kind of luck. So I get them all. I get these two over here. I drop them off. I get them sold, and I'm like, okay. So like I said, at this point, I'm still thinking I need to buy the other two pieces. So I sell everything off. I go to look for the new pieces, and the two pieces that the other two options didn't seem right. So I went ahead and I was like, screw it. I'll go ahead and buy these pieces. But I'm not going to deal with them right now. I'm going to go over and set up something else. And so I decided I'd set up the elevator, the escalator, elevator, this big piece here. And I had another issue as I was hooking up the cables. I didn't even have them attached. I had to detach the short cables and put the long ones back on specifically for this piece. And I was trying to get my arm boomed into the right location so that all of those cables could fit. And I ended up yanking the piece all over the place. I had the cables attached to my, I had the cables attached to my arm, but they weren't attached to the piece. And I was yanking it all over the place. At this point, I have everything hooked up, but I realized I have it hooked up backwards. Par for the course. Easy to fix, though. I didn't have a lot of problems remedying that situation, so I just reversed the cables and raised my arm back up, and she swung around, and she was fairly easy to get into place. Then this is the part that you dump the soil into, and it feeds it onto the belt. And this one was fairly easy to put in as well. Comparative to the other pieces. And then now I'm at the point where, like, all I really have left are those 2 annoying pieces. But I don't know where the hell they went, and that's because I forgot to have them transferred over. So, carrying on from that, I realize at this point, these are the exact same freaking pieces I just had. So I did not have a lot of hope this was going to go well, but I figured out if I back up into this little area at the edge of the hill, I could just kind of swing them in. And they went in reasonably well the second time. I don't know why I was having such difficulty with them the first time around, but my lord, I've putting these wash plants together is annoying. I have felt the annoying of putting these wash plants together in the past, but never. That is the worst it's ever been. Like, I have never had it that bad. Oh my lord. So I finally managed to swing the last piece in, and everything after this is just small stuff. Setting up the water pump, setting up the electrical stuff, and well, here, take a look. Alright, first of all, forgive me for the change in the audio quality here. The last bit of the video you were watching, I did with, forget the name of the program. It's an audio program. I record my voice over the top of the video as I'm watching it. So, this is actually OBS, which I normally use. So, just real quick at the end of the video, I want to show you what I got going on here. Here's the wash plant in its full unbridled glory. You use the dump truck. Dump the soil here. It goes up the belt into here, into the shaker, which shakes it into this sluice. The crap comes down in here, into the trommel, and then it comes down into these 2 areas here. These are mats underneath these grates. Or these grills. I have the gold mats, and then everything comes out here. And in the bottom of each of these, we have 2 buckets, which stuff collects in, and then we have a bucket up in here, and so we get stuff out of those buckets, and then when these are full, when the mats are full, we get gold from those. So I got all of my power and my water hooked up. The water is hooked up to this electrical water pump here, big old beast. And of course, all of the electrical runs out of my electrical unit here. You can see my nest of cords over here. But yeah, in order to start this, all you have to do, I got it set up to just click start off. The monster comes alive, and you start dumping dirt. And then when you're done, shuts it all off. Shuts the pump off, shuts the plant off. Good to go. I got my mobile wash plant sitting up here because I'm probably not going to use it for a little while. I have everything set up down here. I got my excavator ready to go with the dump truck, so I'm just going to fill the excavator, or use the excavator to fill the dump truck. A lot of people use a front end loader to do that, but I'm not about to spend any more money right now. It's going to take me a day or two just to get myself out of this loan and back into the positive anyway. So I'm just going to use the excavator to fill the dump truck. Then I'll drive the dump truck up here and dump the soil into the plant. Now the plant is designed to get every little speck of gold. So it's going to take a while to fill these mats and these buckets. But I should get more gold out of the dirt than I've been getting with the little wash plant. So I might make another episode here pretty soon, just to show you the process of, you know, digging the dirt and how much dirt it takes to fill this. But after that, it's probably just going to be me digging and playing the game, and, you know, doing update videos as significant changes occur. Why is this leaking? Oh, great. My hose, oh, how much gas did I lose? Not much yet. Okay. Let's fix this real quick. What do I need to fix this? Oh, I don't know what I need to fix this. Can I just take this off? Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm gonna... Oh, here we go. Unscrew. Lose all my frickin' diesel. That would suck. Considering I just paid to have the thing refilled. I don't know how much I lost. I know I lost at least 1% just talking. I did refill. I filled the dump truck. I filled the station over there, the electrical station, because it runs off diesel as well. And that's the reason I have them sitting right next to each other, so I can just take the hose and fill her up. So she's full and ready to go. I filled the excavator. I filled the mobile fuel trailer. So I don't think I lost a lot. I'm glad I came over and caught that when I did, because I could have lost all of my freaking diesel. So let's see here. I need hose. I need a fuel hose. I think this is where they sell the fuel hoses. Need a fuel hose. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so grab me one of these. Fuel nozzle. Check out. Order. Still do not have an employee. I mean, they've offered me a couple employees, but they were for the big wash plant, and at the time I did not have the big wash plant, and I don't think I want to, right now with the money I owe on the loan, I don't want to hire a bunch of people and put myself in the red again. I want to make sure that I can actually afford my workers before I get them. So, but no bucket guys. And now that I don't need the bucket guy, he's gonna show up. Alright, so I got that fixed. That disaster averted. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording here. I'm gonna go down and do a little digging and enjoy the fruits of my labors. See if I can't get this loan paid off and get back into the green in my budget. And next time we get together, I will show you how this works. Unfortunately, it looks like we're approaching half of the claim has been mined already. Other than this little bit of cleanup, like this stuff along the sides you see, I can clean that up. But for the most part, about half the claim has been mined already, and I'm just now getting into the quote-unquote tier 3. So now that I'm going to be moving dirt faster, I suspect this claim's going to be gone pretty quick, and then we're going to have to look at getting another claim and moving all of this shit over there and doing all of this again. So, nightmares to come, people. Nightmares to come. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you again so much for watching. If you liked any part of the shenanigans in the video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it. I love seeing my numbers go up. Again, I'm not paid for this. I noticed I cuss like a sailor, and I could probably get monetized and more viewers if I didn't cuss so much. So I may go through. No, I'm not. I'm too lazy. So sorry for all the cussing, but sorry, not sorry. It's just who I am. If you know me and you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know I cuss like a sailor. And apparently, when I'm hyper frustrated, I'm a hyper sailor. So, anyway, that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, I have been your host, DM Renevion, saying stay safe, have fun, I'm out.